Ready Pop. Music changing lives.
Hello, welcome back to Ready Pop's Music Changing Lives podcast. Hopefully you listened to our last one. This is part 2. We're doing a deep dive into Hold Me Close, which is K.Kayne's latest release.
Yes, man.
So I'm joined with K.Kayne and I'm joined with Abbie, who is the producer of this song. So first of all, most recent release, how did the song come about?
Oh my god, I made this song probably about a year and a half ago with you. We found like a YouTube beat.
Did we find the YouTube beat on that day? Did you have or did you come saying, oh no,
I think I did come saying I found a beat and it's really
and I've written
cool.
this chorus.
Yeah, and I wrote
the whole song actually.
Yeah, I pretty much wrote the whole song and I came in and I was like, what do you think about this? Because I think we had made a couple Riser songs by then.
Yeah, it was like the end of a session, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like the end of a session and then we just laid down a quick something over the YouTube beat. But we kind of see a bit of light in the song, so we decided to make it a proper song.
Yeah.
And
make it bigger.
Make it bigger and better.
Yeah.
So like, do you always start with a YouTube beat?
Not always. If a producer sent me something and I think it's cold, then I'll just start writing over that, or not even writing, just freestyling into the microphone something, or using even recycled lyrics that I've written when I was 14 that maybe haven't been put into official songs, just to give me a little idea to then kickstart other rhymes that I can use. I'm trying to make sure I do write at the same time, but I just came through. What was the question again?
So do you always start with YouTube beats? Is it?
Yeah, if it's like most of the time, yeah.
Or do you have the melody already? Or
I normally write a chorus over a melody of a song. So that's why sometimes I get a bit complicated because some of the songs I've written are literally made to fit a certain beat. But if it's the same tempo and the same key, normally works 9 times out of 10. But some songs are just made to something that's meant to be that one beat. But normally I either work with YouTube beats or just sent beats by producers or friends, yeah.
So with Hold Me Close, Abbie, so Kyron comes in with what he has. When it gets to you and you're in a session together, what do you do?
Like in terms of transitioning from a YouTube beat to
from a YouTube beat to an actual beat. Like, so he's got this beat, he's got this song. Now you're involved.
What happens?
What happens?
Well, when Kyron comes, it always happens at the end of a session. That's what I remember about our recording process. You'd be like, yeah, but if we finish this, can I show you what I've done now? Can I show you what I've done now?
Yeah, so we finish something and I'm like, just to let you know,
so
we get 5 minutes left, let me show you something.
There's always a YouTube recording at the end.
Yeah,
like you'll always record over a beat and say, please, can I just do it? I'm like, fine.
Last 5 minutes, please, let me take something home. Because I know that I'm giving you like the stuff we're working on is all to do with Riser, so I'm not really going to listen to it until it's been finalised. So I want a little something just to take home to keep me going for the week, just so I got a little supply of music.
But what I found with Hold Me Close is when we recorded that one, when you write to a beat, you're using the YouTube beat to get a song out of you. But then, like you said, with this, we made it good. You know that to take it to its full potential, that beat wasn't written for Hold Me Close.
Yeah, definitely.
You're writing to something that nobody even knows you're going to write.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I see is I need to make a beat that's not accurate to the YouTube, like in the same genre, got the same vibe about it, because
but it's not the same.
It's not the same. It's gonna just help you get from the song that you've sort of pitched to me to the finished product.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and also Hold Me Close was great because it's the kind of music I listen to. So I knew the vibe of the song we were going down. I knew what Kyron wanted from it.
Yeah, you could hear you heard the sound and you were like, you're already humming it to yourself and you're like, I like this sound, it's catchy. And then I remember there was a couple times when I used to do the vocal coaching, I came in here and we were trying to sing that song.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, obviously, can you just maybe give me a little hand, give me an idea to work with? Because I'm singing this thing, but I don't know if I'm singing it correctly. Like, I know what I'm trying to hit for. And you're like, just sing it like this, maybe give me more ideas. And then it kind of helped me find my range and find the pitch I needed to sing.
And how we got backing vocals. Because when you sing to a YouTube beat, you would just usually do your main vocal.
Yeah,
so you had your main vocal, but we needed it to figure out the rest.
Yeah, and I don't do ad-libs that much. I listen to a lot of my songs and I don't do that many ad-libs. So your backing vocals kind of helped me a lot more. Because a lot of my songs, I listened to them and I was like, no, I've only got like a few ad-libs. And like Never Sober has quite a lot of them. But like that's
I think Loco does
as well. Loco does as well. Yeah, Loco does. And I think the rest of them, but like with my music, people are like, you don't always need ad libs as well. You can just listen to the vocals and
and we have quite a lot of layers of your vocals too,
lot of layers,
which I can show you as well.
So you get this YouTube beat. Do you then go away and make a beat and then give it back to Kyron?
Usually what I'll do is take whatever he's recorded in that over the YouTube beat and take that as his guide vocals. Because sometimes when he's even singing it, you can tell that that's not the line he wants to say. But that's just where he wants the song to go. So I'll then write the beat to what he's given me and then give it back to him. And obviously it doesn't sound like a song. It sounds like a puzzle that's kind of half been put together.
Just like a little jigsaw that's been worked its way together.
But we've got the beat, and then Kyron will come back and like record the vocals to the beat, to the beat that we've actually got, the song that's written for Hold Me Close.
Yeah, and I record it to the actual beat as well. So sometimes, like, especially the way I sang Hold Me Close from the first time to the second time, people have been like, it's two different vibes. One's a little more chill, one's a little more upbeat and like crazy. But they said your vocals on this one where you knew what you were doing with it and you got a new beat, it's a new structure.
Yeah, and you'd sung Hold Me Close so many times before we'd even recorded it to this beat.
Yeah.
So you knew exactly the lyrics. You weren't trying to figure anything out. You were just like, now this is my song and
this is my song. I'm just going to go straight to it. It had the same BPM, same key. I was like, let's go.
And I think it inspired you to, like, for more backing vocals as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it inspired you to just kind of make this song your own.
Are you able, in any chance, to sort of, I'm not saying to recreate you making the beat, but like, can you break down as to what you do first? So like, do you do the drums first? Do you do...
Yeah, so I do start with the drums. So here they are. And it was a pretty like typical trap drum beat. So it was just like a...
Yeah, man. Nice little bouncy drum thing.
And then like another snare in to just give it that like nostalgic vibe. And then obviously 808 bass. And then the original beat had like this guitar in it. And I know Kyron likes Juice WRLD beats.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's very like very emotional guitar, electric guitar. So I wanted to keep that in there. So I kind of chopped up a sample which had that. And then we kind of added some atmospheric strings, which I got from Arcade, and then like again chopped up to play it how we wanted it. And then also Juice WRLD tracks tend to have, or trappy beats tend to have like female or like auto-tuned vocals in the background, but not as vocals, just like atmosphere.
As like samples and like all sampled up and sound effects.
So that was kind of the last thing I put on. Very quiet, just something to bring it all together. And then a bit of piano and just some rises in between to get those transitions right. Yeah. But then that was the whole beat. It really wasn't actually that much.
Yeah, it was just a nice layer together.
Because it's a chill song.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the beat goes very well with the song itself as well. Because there's a lot of emotion in the song when you listen to it, but it's more of like you can just chill and express it and be chill about it. You don't need to always rage your emotion. You can just express it.
I think you calmed down a lot when you did this one as well. I remember you were like, this is the most relaxed I've ever recorded a song.
Yeah, man, I was chilling. I was in that room, leaned back, just recording it, chilling, man. I was enjoying myself. The first time I was trying to shout it quite a lot.
Yeah. But then with this beat, you were like,
I felt a nice
the message.
Yeah, the message. Yeah, I like the beat, man. The beat was really good.
But this here actually is Kyron's original vocals that he sang over the YouTube beat.
I'll see.
Okay.
So I took that and I just I quantized it because it like makes your vocals sound mad, and it just had this.
That's sick, man.
You know what I love about that is that listening to that, I'd think that's unusable.
Yeah.
But when it's in the track as a whole,
you don't even hear it. But like, there's times even when I'm listening to this track now, I'll just hear like. It's just there.
It's there. Yeah. Oh my god, that's crazy.
How dare you hold me close?
Yeah, that's right there. Just in the back.
blowing on the smoke.
I never even noticed that my song.
To be fair, I did that. Like, I just was like, oh, let's quantize it, see what it sounds like. And then I thought I took it out. And then I heard that backing vocal and I was like, where is that? And then I found it there and I was like, well, I can't take that out now because I've been listening to this beat with this the whole time. Like, and
exactly. And it works.
And when you take it out, it doesn't work.
So you've got the beat now. Kyron records his first load of vocals.
Yeah.
Do either of you have like harmonies in mind? Do you have ad-libs in mind? Like, what is the process in terms of vocals?
I think when I started the chorus, I was just hummed dun 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 dun. I was just going la 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 la, like just making noises with my like humming and stuff. And then I think I just went, "Did you hold me close?" And I said, like, I think I said something about like we changed the lyrics as well. We had to change a couple of lyrics, but I think like I had it in a different order, and then when I started actually writing it myself, I think I just like literally just said to myself, "How dare you hold me close? It's supposed to be in my ear that you'll never let go. How dare you hold me close?" If I'm taking that, and then I was doing that one, and then but I just said that, and I was like, that's quite catchy, and I didn't stop singing it for about 2 weeks. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this to the studio and get it out of me, so I don't need to sing it anymore, and I can just listen to it instead.
But when we came to like recording over the new beat and stuff, Kyron has a tendency to like latch on to harmonies.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be like, okay, Kyron, sing the main chorus, and he'll sing a harmony to it, and I'm like, no, Kyron, I need the main chorus. Like, but he's like, but we know not to delete those because we'll use those later.
We'll use it another time.
So Kyron's almost making his backing vocals when he's not trying to.
Yeah.
And then we get the main vocal, and I'm like, right, don't do it again. Now just go back and do all those harmonies, and then he sings me the main melody again instead.
It's quite funny how we work when we do that. Like, you're like, sing this, I'll sing it. I'm like, is that okay? You're like, you just sang another harmony. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry.
I just know to keep everything that Kyron records because it's going to be used. No matter, so like in this bit, this is his main vocal.
I ain't tryna stump. There you hold me close and whisper in my ear that you'll never let go.
And then these are all parts of like takes when I've told him to sing it, and he's just sung so.
There you hold me close and whisper in my ear that you'll never let go.
Or he'll sing it in like a backing vocal kind of way.
Me close. It's sad that you don't care for me. I'll do this on my own. I'm blowing on the smoke. I don't ever feel the hope, and I ain't tryna stump.
Then there's like a distorted vocal underneath.
I ain't tryna stump, brother. I ain't tryna pose. I'm way too far from home.
Distortion gives it a lot more oomph as well.
Yeah, especially because you wanted this to be chill, but like still aggressively getting the message across.
Yeah, it was like a aggressive lo-fi song.
Yeah, and then it was just my.
There you hold me close and whisper in my ear that you'll never let
So
go.
how many layers are there vocally altogether?
There's 3 main ones, and then, but if I do this actually, if I get rid of hidden ones, these are like some more. This is not all of them, but this is just some more that Kyron recorded that we just like we couldn't use them because it was too much.
It was a lot. There was a lot going on in a lot of my takes.
I think there was a point when we were doing this one, we were like, "There's a potential to make this one really big," and then both of us kind of went, "We don't want it. Like we want it to be chill. Like we want it to be."
We wanted it to be more of a laid back song.
Did you make it big and then strip it back, or was that just a discussion?
I think
it was a discussion. I think we nearly had it like that, but like you never know. Like one day we could always come back and like make a alternative version. You never know, like reimagined version or something.
Yeah, but, I think also like around that time because it had been a year later.
Yeah, I wanted to come back with a nice little something.
Yeah, and all of your other songs had this kind of like not aggression behind them, but this sort of like
fast paced.
Yeah, but whenever you did this one, you were like, right, everyone, let's calm down for a second. And I think we wanted to keep that in the set. Otherwise, his set would have just been too similar. all the way through.
And I wanted to show my new type of music that I wanted to make.
Yeah, and this is probably the most like it, really, isn't it?
So vocals get down. Do you then, as a producer, go away and see what you can do with stuff?
Yeah.
And then, do you ever recall him back in? Is there like, do you see bits and think, oh, I need that there?
Yeah, 1 or 2 times.
Sometimes, yeah. Not with this one though. I think we got all the vocals because like it had been a year between you recording the first version, performing it, then coming back and re-recording, you knew the song inside out. So we covered, and it's not that long of a song either.
It's not too long of a song. It's like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's quite a short, nice little song to welcome me back into like Riser, and also like my final is from Riser as well.
Yeah.
It's a new like, it's just a little something for people to listen to until they get another actual like big project by me.
Yeah, and I think with this one, after I recorded all the vocals, got a mix, then I returned to the beat and cut the beat like here, where there's like a gap here.
You hold me close. It's sad that you don't care for me. I'll do this on my own. I'm blowing in the smoke.
That was all things I did afterwards, I think, and like his verse, just knowing what instruments should go where. And I think I'll always send them to you and say like, are you happy with that? Are you happy for me to finish the final mix of it?
Yeah, definitely. When you sent it to me, I would just listen to it. I was like, yeah, that's cold. So they're smiling. If I'm smiling, I'm always going to say, yeah.
Oh, and do you remember this bit?
Oh, yeah.
The demons take control. How can you sit there and say I'm moving on?
Yeah, that was in the original one as well.
And you were like, it has to go back. It has to stay in the new version.
Everyone used to go, I'm going to say you're moving on. Like, when I perform it, they all go like, da, 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 da. Yeah, it's quite funny.
You were like, if there's anything that stays from the old version to this version, it has to be that bit.
It has to be that bit, definitely.
Yeah.
So this is only going to be like a quick, short podcast, but is there anything in there that you love?
I'd say
specifically. So this could either be as a song as a whole, or production-wise, or something that you're not going to notice unless you break the track down, like the quantizing of the vocals.
Vocal.
Yeah, I'd say there's two things. Obviously, the message behind the song and the relativeness that people can use from it, but also like the use of vocals that we've chopped up, old vocals from the original piece that are somehow still in there, and they make the song the actual song. Having a female vocalist as well, such as Abbie, over my song, obviously gives my song an enhancement. So yeah, I feel like the constructiveness of the song is kind of the primary highlight, I would say. So breaking down the song, seeing all the different bits and pieces that go into making a song the song, because some people think it could just be 3 layers, a bit of drums, a bit of something, and it's done. But obviously the vocal layering and like the techniques that are used to make me sound the way I do, I feel like that's the main bit that stands out for me.
And your singing from your other tracks to now, like, has improved so much because, like, do you remember we used to like record and then go into your track and then like shape it into the melody and then shape it into a robot version of yourself and then re-record it.
And then we record it because we wanted to hear what I'm trying to aim for.
Yeah, and then you just came with, like this one in particular, you just had the melody and we didn't have to change anything, and your vocal chain got so much smaller. Yeah, because you were performing better in general.
Yeah, not shouting so much. Yeah. And not just going over the top.
Yeah.
Before doing any of this process, did you ever think about vocal layers?
Kind of, because I used to try and I knew vocal layers made a song, and I knew that when I was like 13. Never knew how to do it though, so I used to use a Turtle Beach headset with my friend, and we'd record into FL. My dad has let me have a FL Studio account since I was like 12 or 13. So I've had the software since then, but I just never always taught myself or gave myself the time to sit there and learn it all. But I remember always telling my friend, record like 3 versions of it so I can just maybe cut bits out, and maybe if you've said a bar or mispronounced it, because he had quite a bit of a lisp as well. So it'd be like, if he mispronounced something, then obviously then I cut it out and use the other one. So I knew they were useful, I just didn't know how to put them to use. But then watching Abbie with away at the laptop and stuff, I'm like, whoa. I just started like, it's awesome watching the way like someone produces, like, and all producers I've watched do everything so differently, but they all make some crazy stuff. I've met some producers who made some garbage before, but like I've never been here and not enjoyed a song that I've done. Like,
that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I got sidetracked there. Sorry, Abbie, but
no, that's
maybe
okay.
You got favourite parts or bits that you'd like to showcase that no one is really going to hear?
Well, I'm glad that I've showcased that hidden vocal, because I'm hoping that anybody that watches this now will try and listen, like you just listening to it and going, oh yeah, it's there. That in there. And the fact that that's like original Kyron.
Yeah, that's like original back
from a year ago.
Yeah, that's when I was like just written the song as well. So
yeah,
I was like,
over a year ago, really.
Yeah, man.
And then I think the moving on bit.
How can you sit there and say I'm moving on when all she ever does is cry
like
to
that.
every single song?
if like this song is like on in my car or something, like it's just playing, I'll always hear that bit and like smile, because that will be like us, like when we were kids, like a year ago. No, not kids, but you know what I mean, like younger.
Different mindset.
Just a year,
so much more
not knowing what this
year.
song could be. Like we didn't know.
And then that was that little bit, and I said we got to keep that, because that was the first. I think that was the thing we got the most excited about when we heard the original. When you did that little thing, I was like, that sounded so cool. And then I remember the excitement didn't change, but because we kept it in the new version as well.
Yeah, it's like a bit like a secret that we've got that there, and now like it's people know that.
Now people will know. If you watch this, then you'll know. Obviously, that's the backstory behind the song.
A few minutes ago, you said it's from the original version. Did you slot that in, or was that just you just thought about
what the moving on bit?
Emphasizing that bit, yeah.
No, we did exactly that. We cut the whole track, and I think like that was when we recorded the YouTube over the YouTube beat. Like Kyron just went, "I'm moving on." Then I cut it, and then I went, "Wait, hang on!" And then I ran into the booth, did it.
the booth and just did it, and I was like, "Whoa!"
And then the session was up, and then we didn't return to Hold Me Close until a year later.
Yeah, until a year later. That was literally where we left the song after we did that little bit. We normally like went 2 minutes over. I'm like, Abbie's like, okay, well, let me save it and we'll bounce it, but I might not have time to send it to you because we were already like 3 minutes over the session. But she's like, let me record one more thing. And then, because we used to get carried away sometimes, especially if we were fully invested and working on something. An hour would sometimes go very quickly. But when we had the riser sessions, we had quite a lot of
I think we had like 2 hours.
Yeah, we had like 2 to 3 hours.
But even that's not that much time, like for the amount that we did in a year.
Yeah, definitely. We did a lot, like, and especially the your like post-production time when you were doing it all when I wasn't here.
When I had COVID as well. I was just listening to Loco on repeat. That's not something someone wants.
Not something someone wants. You're literally going crazy with COVID and listening to
Loco.
I felt so bad for you now.
So thanks for breaking down that track for me.
That's okay.
No problem, man.
You got anything else you want to say about the song, or
if you haven't
stream
already, go stream it. Go stream it. It's available on all digital platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, and everywhere. Amazon Music, anything. And I've been K.Kayne, Kayne as well. K.Kayne. And thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it all, and see you later.
Always the salesman.
Yeah, thanks for having me as well.
It's all right. No, you guys have smashed this. Thank you. I have an outro to do now, but I feel like Kyron's just done the outro for me. But thanks for listening to this short but sweet podcast. Catch you later. Bye-bye.